down here. No, I unmuted this one.
Breathing in, breathing out. You slowly make your way back up. Draw your knees into your chest. Round over your knees. See if you can bring your forehead to touch your knees. Feet are side by side, knees tucked in, belly button pulling in, forehead touching the knees. From here, you're going to lower down onto your backside. Keep your knees bent. Press your lower back into the mat. Tighten your glutes and lift your hips up into a bridge. Slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap the arms over the legs. Feel the spine flat on the floor. Head on the floor. Tailbone on the floor. Happy baby, going wide with your legs. Hold on to the outside edge of your feet. Knees are bent 90 degrees. You can roll from side to side if that feels good to you. Then coming back to center, both legs straight up into the air. Point your toes, lift your head and shoulders and reach for your toes, activating the abs. Slowly lower back down, knees to chest. Feet go wide on the mat, knees knock in. Maybe they're even off your mat. Windshield wiper the knees from side to side. So the wider your feet, the better. So you're looking for a stretch in your front thigh. Returning back to center, heel toe your feet together. Draw your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs, bring your forehead to your knees. Begin to roll forward and backwards on your spine. When you make your way up to seated, cross at the ankle, step back to downward facing dog. Heels are high. Fingers are spread wide. Grip down into the mat with your fingers, especially the thumb, first, and middle finger. Take a deep breath in, pull the belly button into the spine, ripple the spine, ripple forward to plank pose, top of a push-up. Stack your shoulders over your wrist. Thighs are tight. And breathe. When you find a pose that's very challenging, smile, it will make it easier. Child's pose. Lower down to your knees. Sit your hips back towards your heels. You are strong. You are powerful. Slowly make your way onto your stomach for low cobras. Toes together, heels together, legs are straight. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders, peeling yourself up off the mat. Use very little arm strength. And lower back down, forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift head and shoulders. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Downward facing dog. See if you can press yourself through that plank pose. And then lift the hips up. Put a bend into your knees as you land in down dog. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. Inhale, press your hips up and back. Exhale, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, relax your neck. Inhale, rise, root through your feet, reach the arms high. Exhale, forward fold, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, lengthen to flat back. Step back to plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to belly. You can modify by coming down onto your knees. Inhale, upward facing, or maybe that low cobra once again. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Filling up the lungs. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, lengthen to flat back, belly button in. Exhale, forward fold, relax your neck. Inhale, rise, root through your feet, reach the arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back to plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga Tadasana if you're ready. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right leg lifted high, bend the knee, stack the hip, create a stretch through the front right thigh. Straighten the leg and lower down. Switching to the other side, left leg lifted high, bending the knee, stacking the hip, and then bend that, stretch that. Shoulders stay parallel best you can to the mat. Straighten the leg and lower down. Come down onto your knees, child's pose. Circle out your wrists. Downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in, exhale out. Filling up the lungs, press those hips up and back, look forward to the top of the mat and hop your feet best you can, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen to flat back. Exhale, forward fold, relax. Rise to stand, reach the arms up high, bring your toes to touch, Utkatasana, chair pose. Squeeze the thighs. Knees touching, toes touching. Bring your palms to touch. Bend at the elbows. Bring the thumbs to the back of the neck. And then take the gaze forward, creating a back bend through your thoracic, getting a stretch in the back of the arms. Hands to heart center, stay in chair. Dig a little deeper, go down a little bit lower. Lift your right heel. And lower down. Lift your left heel. And lower down. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back to plank pose, take a deep breath in, flowing through your vinyasa here, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Lift the right leg high, bending the knee, stacking the hip. Holding here. Step forward behind your right wrist or slightly outside for warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Back heel spins down. Rise. Reaching the arms up. Shoulders forward, hips forward, best you can. Your power is in the back leg. Tighten up that back leg. And see what you can do. Can you bend the right knee a little bit more? Bring the hands to touch, prayer. Bend at the elbows, back bend here. Thumbs touching behind your neck, elbows to the sky. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step back to plank pose, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left leg lifted high, bending the knee, stacking the hips, stay here. Breathe. Take a breath in. Exhale, stepping the left foot forward, just outside or behind your left wrist. Back heel spins down and rise, Virabhadrasana 1. Power up that back leg, strong thigh, and then dig a little deeper. Feel your power, feel your strength. Bring the palms to touch, bend at the elbows, back bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the hands down. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Take a deep breath in, look forward, bend your knees, hop your feet, top of the mat, exhale. Inhale, lengthen to flat back. Exhale, forward fold, relax. Utkatasana chair pose, toes touch, bend your knees. We're gonna rise from the low ground. Reach the arms up high. Inhale, exhale, prayer twist to the right. Bringing the left elbow just outside that right knee. Take the gaze to the ceiling. Belly button in. Ideally, your hips are lower than your shoulders, so bend the knees a little bit more. Smiling, right? The sucky poses. Rise to stand. Take a deep breath in. You need that oxygen. Reach up. Other side. Exhale. Prayer twist to the left. Thigh squeeze. Bring the elbow just outside the knee. Keep the hands at heart space if you can. See if you can take the gaze up towards the ceiling or maybe even towards the back wall if that's easier. Bend the knees a little bit more. Belly strong. Inhale, reach the arms up high. This should be a big smile here. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifted high, bending knee, stacking the hip. Today we're gonna flip our dogs. So if you're not sure what it is, you can take a peek. You're gonna bring your right foot just to the outside of the left. and turn your toes away. Feel like you're doing a bridge. You're gonna reach the right arm up towards the ceiling and lift your hips up high, going into a back bend. Eventually, you'll take the hand towards the wall instead of the ceiling and look at the wall. The one by your head. Nope, the other wall. Towards me, towards the front wall. There it is. Hello. The mirror wall. And then slowly release. Come back to down dog. Right leg lifted high. Step forward to warrior one. Stepping wide. Heel spins down. Reach the arms high. Getting into our glutes, you're going to hinge forward. Feel that right hip really fired up, that thigh fired up. Inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands come down for chaturanga. Now you can lift your right leg into the air for a one-legged chaturanga, or you can keep them both down and modified to the knees. Inhale upward. Exhale, downward. Left leg, you're gonna lift it high, bend the knee, and then flipping the dog. You're gonna land that left foot, turn the toes, facing the foot of your mat, then the hips come high like bridge. Reaching the left arm towards the ceiling to start, and then over your head, take the gaze towards that hand. Slowly coming out, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Warrior one. Exhale, step it forward and rise. Getting into the glute, hinging forward, hovering the chest over the thigh. Belly in strong. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, plant the hands down. Optional one-legged chaturanga. Left leg can be lifted up off the mat as you bend the elbows in towards your ribs. And then lower the toes down for upward. Exhale, downward. Taking baby steps forward. Keep on the balls of your feet. And you're gonna rise to ballerina. So try not to let your heels come down. You're gonna rise all the way up to standing. Arms come up over the head. Your heels come down. Sorry, just get back up. Go as high as you can on the toes. And slowly lower down. Tadasana. Double check your posture. Soft knees. Shoulders rolling back. Little hip tuck under. Ears pulled back over the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend those knees, king chair. So knees are apart, toes are apart. Reach the arms forward, palms up. Drinking bird, you're gonna bring the hands back by your hips. Shift the weight forward to the balls of your feet. Maybe this is where you stop. But if you can, see if you can lift both heels. Maybe you only lift one heel to start. Balancing on the balls of the feet. Knees are bent, flat back. Finding ease, shoulders away from the ears. You're gonna rise to ballerina from here, so see if you can stay on the balls of the feet. Lower the heels, Tadasana. Posture check. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back to plank pose. Take a flow through your vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale upward. Exhale downward. Bring your toes to touch. We're going to flip our dog. Right leg lifted high, bending the knee. And flip the dog. Right leg comes next to the left, parallel the feet. Lift the hips high, reach our arm up to the sky. And then over your head towards your wall, looking at your hand. Reversing the flip, down dog, right leg lifts. Take a breath in. On your exhale, step forward, warrior one. Reaching the arms up overhead. We're going to take humbled warrior, but the hands are actually going to go behind the head. So bring the hands to prayer. Thumbs touch right at the base of the neck. Elbows tucked in towards your head. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, you're going to fold forward. Take your time. Bringing the right shoulder just inside the right knee. And see if you can see your belly button. Inhale, rise back up. See if you can keep the arms in the same position. It's harder to do. Oh, yes. Take a breath in, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, plant the hands down. Chaturanga, you can make it that three-legged variation. Right leg lifted. Bend at the elbows, keep it lifted. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Bring your toes to touch. Left leg lift high, bending the knee, stacking the hip. And you're going to flip your dog. Rolling over, turning the toes away from you. Parallel, hips lift. Arm reach. And slowly return, three-legged dog, left leg high. Take a breath in. Exhale, stepping forward, warrior one. Stepping wide, reaching up high. Hands come to prayer. Bend the elbows. Take a breath in, create that back bend. And then humbled warrior, keeping the hands behind your head. See if you can get that left shoulder inside the left leg. Belly button, tuck it in tight like somebody come and punch you in the gut. Using your strength and your power. Strong leg, strong core, rise up. See how slow you can go. Super hard. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Three-legged chaturanga, left leg will lift behind you. And then bend at the elbow, see if you can keep it lifted. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Taking baby steps forward. We're going to go to ballerina again. So small steps. Rise, balancing on the balls of your feet. See if you can stay on the balls of your feet for drinking bird. Bending the knees, reaching the arms forward, and then slowly bringing them behind you. So your knees are apart, your feet are apart, balancing on the balls, hinging as much as you can, yet staying upright. Rise back up to ballerina. And Tadasana. Lower down, arms come down or at heart space, and relax. Time to balance. Tree pose. We're going to start by lifting the left leg today. So put all the weight into your right foot, lift your left heel. And then you're going to grab a hold of your left ankle, draw that heel all the way up to the groin best you can. You want to press the heel against the thigh and the thigh against the heel. You can continue to hold, but if you feel balanced and secure, you're going to bring the hands up over your head. You're going to have your palms touching. You're going to bend at the elbows and take the gaze upward, back bend. You fall out, come right back in. And release. Nice job. Other side. All right. Put all the weight into your left foot. You're going to lift your right leg high. Grab a hold at the ankle so you can pull the heel into your groin area. Flex your foot so you have more heel pressure than ball of foot pressure. And then when you're ready, hands to prayer up over the head. Then bending at the elbows. And then take that back bend, gazing up. And release. I go, you go. We all go, right? If we all go, we all go. One goes, we all go. He goes, I go, you go, we all go. And that's okay, right? We're in it together. We're in this together. All right, you're going to turn long ways on your mat. Let's turn this direction. So those at home, just turn so you're long ways on your mat. You're going to go wide with your feet. We're going to do wide-legged forward fold. All right, hands to your hips, toes forward. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat. You can bend your knees as much as you need. Let your head hang heavy. Those advanced yogis that do headstand or forearm stand are always welcome to pop up into any of those moves. I don't teach them. I think they're dangerous, but you know, everybody has their practice. So I don't want to limit you either. Take a deep breath in, lengthen the spine, come a little bit out of that posture, and then exhale, go a little bit deeper. See, maybe you can walk your hands beneath you and underneath, past your feet on the other side, fingers facing away. You can bend your knees a little bit so that you can get your head closer between your feet. And then release. Walk your hands over to your right foot and go into a lunge. This is crescent lunge, but we're going to keep the hands down. Going to lower the back knee down. Uncurl the toe. We're going to twist. So left palm comes down or onto your block as needed, and right arm is going to reach up to the sky. Adding the bind, you're going to bend the right elbow, bring the hand behind your hip. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hand comes down. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee. We're going to walk the hands to the other side. So walk the hands through center and all the way over to your left foot. You're going to land in a lunge. Then you're going to lower the back knee down. Uncurl the toe. Strong right arm pressing into the mat. Left arm will reach up to the sky. Pull the belly button in. Scissor thighs. So it's not relaxing. We are engaging and stretching. Bend at the elbow, taking the bind, wrapping the arm behind the back. Stretching through the front shoulder. Gaze towards the ceiling best you can. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower down. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee, walk the hands all the way to the top of your mat. Downward facing dog. Pigeon pose. You can always do this reclined on your back. Right leg's going to lift up and then slide it forward, bringing the right knee just behind that right wrist. And then lower down and walk your back foot, your back leg backwards so that you can get your right hip on the floor. If you need a block underneath your hip, you're more than welcome to grab one or a pillow. Or if it's way too much, you can come onto your back like so. Once you're there, you're going to lower down onto your forearms. And so where can you start to let go? Can you let go of the stress in the shoulders? Can you let go in your hip? Take your breath to where you feel it the most. And slowly make your way up, but we are not going to come out of this position just yet. You're going to bend your back knee. See if you can touch your toes. See what you can do. And if not, that's okay. Just being upright like this is great. Step one, right? Step two. Step three comes even closer. Step four comes into a bind over the head. Okay? Not today though. Unless maybe today. You never know. Maybe it is today. Today's your day. And release. Downward facing dog. Left leg, lift it up, and then bring it forward. Bring that left knee towards the left wrist, and then lower the right knee down and slide back. Sitting up tall to begin. And then making your way down to your forearms, resting your head, relaxing your neck, and breathe. Hearing your breath, that ujjayi sound is the sound of the ocean. It's relaxing. It's calming. Hear yourself breathe. Use that breath in the spaces that you need it the most. And slowly lift yourself up, walk your hands back, and then bend the back knee. See if you can grab a hold of the toe. So it's a twist. And see what you can do. One side you might be better than the other, right? It's no harm, no foul. Just don't want to over push or overstrain. You don't want to force anything that doesn't want to go there today. And release. Downward facing dog. Shortening your stance in down dog a little bit by walking your toes about 3 inches closer to your hands. You're going to lift your heels high and straighten your legs. Slowly lower the heels down to the mat, getting the deep stretch in the back of the legs, through the feet. And if your heels are down, if they are down, only if the heels are down, you're going to lift your toes. Toes come off the mat, heels are on the floor. Child's pose. Come down to your knees, bring your knees together. Bring the hands back behind you, palms up. Forehead will rest onto a block or onto the floor. Allow yourself to become heavy here. You want forehead or head touching the floor so you can relax. Using gravity here to your advantage. And slowly release. Make your way onto your back. Final resting pose, Shavasana. We're going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees are going to open wide. Arms can be where they're most comfortable for you, either down by your sides, on your stomach, out to the side, over your head. Relaxing as much as you can. See if you can take the tongue off the top of the roof of your mouth. Let it settle in your mouth. Slowly bring your knees together and into your chest. Full body stretch, extend everything long on the mat and flex your feet, tighten the thighs, reach it, lengthen it. Deep breath in and exhale out. Bring your hands by your sides with the palms up and widen your legs a little bit. Let the feet flop open. Separate your lips. Relax your shoulders. Deep breath in through the nose and exhale out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last breath. Make that one count. Let it go. Small movements with your fingers and your toes. Flex your feet. Full body stretch. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, lower. Bending one knee at a time, feet to the mat. Lift your hips up high. Bridge. Lower down, nice and easy. Draw the knees into your chest. Wrap your arms over the legs. Feet side by side best you can. Feel the spine long on the mat. Back of the head resting. Roll over onto your side. Side of choice. Today, right side, left side. And press yourself up to seated. Easy seat, the way we started. Bring your chin to your chest, spine is long. Roll the head gently to the right. Come through center and to the left. And center. Bring your head back up, parallel to the floor. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. May you guys have joy and a wonderful weekend. Together we say namaste. Namaste, guys. Thank you so much for coming to Slowflow Vinyasa Yoga. Hopefully it was just what the doctor ordered or some variation of it. Guys, thank you so much for coming. I'm going to stop the recording. That way, if you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. That way you know that